Two, one. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Where's my sound machine? I need a better one than this. Y'all, I am so cheesy, but I love cheese and I lean into cheesiness. I lean into cheese, I lean into camp, and I want to start today off with a group hug. Group hug, group hug. Thank you, everybody, for watching me live here and live here. I appreciate you and you so much. We've got a lot to talk about today, including Bad Bunny and the Super Bowl, the Olympics, Savannah Guthrie's mother, and more. But first, a reminder, I do this every weekday, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Come back tomorrow if you want to stay informed. In this show, we are only talking celebrities, traditional mainstream news, okay? If you enjoy me in the evenings when I go live exclusively on the Talkie Tick and I stream with other people, that show starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific, okay? Yes, I am wearing a Bayside Tigers t-shirt. If you know, you know. And I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I appreciate you all. If you're watching me here in my morning show traditional home, consider becoming a member. You get an exclusive video a day and an exclusive live stream a day as well. Before we get to Bad Bunny and the Olympics, let's start off with Savannah Guthrie and her mother, because I want to get the sad news out of the way. Hey, Kat Jill, I love seeing you here as well as there. I'm that savage. I can't say the name. I've been advised against saying that name because the Talkie Tick does not like it when you mention other places. Thank you, Ills. But some people in the chat might know what the other place is. Yes, I'm that savage. Okay. Today is the day. We are against the clock. The alleged abductors of today's show host Savannah Guthrie's mother have given a deadline of 5 p.m. Pacific. And I say abductors, but it could be one person. It could be two people. I saw something over the weekend, though, that is very interesting. This is just speculation, and not even on my part. It's speculation on the expert who shared this. Thank you, you want a sip? Send your daily heart me's. You know how a lot of retired FBI agents become commentators? I saw this former FBI agent ransom note that was a big tell. How he thinks the abductor or abductors are not American because something very glaring popped out in the last ransom note. The abductor said, pay, thank you, Legendary. The abductor said, pay 6 million US dollars. If the abductor was American, they wouldn't say pay 6 million US dollars. They would say, pay me $6 million. The fact that they said pay 6 million US dollars, I think is a tell that it's not somebody that's American. I don't know. It could be an American. I don't know. I also don't know if the demand for it to be paid in Bitcoin is accurate. That could just be one of the false ransom notes that were sent. Because remember, we're dealing with multiple ransom notes, and the FBI, all local law and national law enforcement are telling us, sorry, that's so weird. Hold on. Sorry, let me swipe up and come back in. I'll come back in, hold on. Okay, am I back? Is it better in the other place? We're good now? Okay, thank you. Anyways, in addition to searching Nancy Guthrie's septic tank and the law enforcement, I think, being aware of more than we know, I think, and I could be wrong, and I hope that I'm wrong, but I think that the latest video that Savannah Guthrie and her siblings released lead me to believe that their mother has died already. The way that they talked about celebrating her life, I agree, Arlie Jane. I think it's a recovery effort. But listen, everybody does what they think is best. Savannah Guthrie and her siblings told the abductor or abductors that they would pay. They would pay, even if it's just for the body. My mother, my crazy Cuban mother, would haunt me if I spent any money on bringing her body back. Because then the evil people win. The abductors would win if you give them money. And my mother would not want the abductors to get a penny. But I'm not passing judgment. Savannah Guthrie and her siblings might need this closure. They have the money, whatever you think is best. It's heartbreaking, and still, police have said there is no suspect. There is no vehicle of interest. Although authorities on Saturday night paid a visit to Savannah Guthrie's sister's home and spent several hours there. So there's something to that. Let's keep it moving, okay? I don't want this to be a Debbie Downer. It's Monday. But before we fully move on, it's not a competition, y'all. It's not a competition, but God, it's not a competition. And in a way, it's almost more tragic. The sad, terrible, horrible, hey, Polly, the death of rapper Lil Jon's son. He had gone missing as well, but that was not the case of abduction. Lil Jon's son was just 27 years young. Hey, Gloria, just 27 years young. And his father, Lil Jon, confirmed his death. It seems like it might have been a mental health issue. It seems like he might have chosen to say goodbye to his time on this planet. Thank you, Layla. Listen, anybody whose time here ends tragically, it's a tragedy. But as a parent, having a child that's just 27, thank you, Chin, just horrible. All right. There is no other way to say it or do this, but I'm going to need a hard reset. Hello, everybody. Just pretend it's a new show. Thank you, Vibrant Kimbra. Did you watch the Super Bowl last night? I didn't. But I watched the Super Bowl halftime show. Congratulations to the Seahawks. I was rooting for them, even though, I don't watch football. You know what's interesting though? This is true. I feel like showbiz, my day job, I wouldn't say it's dying, but it's not growing at the pace of some other things. For example, hey Melissa, hey Janet, you know what is growing? You know what is bigger now than it was 5 years ago? Football. Football. Football is wait, they did? No, those are just rumors. Oh. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Listen, all right. Somebody over here in the Talkie Tick told me that Cardi B and her baby daddy, Stefan Diggs, broke up. They just unfollowed each other on that place. But hello, Cardi is a hot tamale. She probably does things like this all the time. They probably break up all the time. It doesn't mean they broke up, if you know what I mean. I think they're still together and they just had a tiff. God, I would personally rather be single than in a relationship where it's constant drama. But after spending so much time on the Talkie Tick, I am shocked to learn that so many people stay in relationships that are constant drama. It's not worth it. Why? Why? Just be alone. Jesus. If you're enjoying my show, there is still a lot more to talk about. We haven't even gotten to Bad Bunny yet, but please, if you want, like, if you want, share, if you want, repost, if you want, drop your favorite emoji to help boost this. If you want, send a gift or a super chat, or just watching is greatly appreciated. Thank you. I'm getting better at this. Motion, right? Motion, as the kids say, or maybe that's just the streamer 2K. Appreciate you. Okay, I already made a video with my thoughts on the Bad Bunny performance that I shared here and here, but I've got more thoughts and information that I did not share in that video. So this is all new. For the first thought that I had not previously shared, I forgot to give major props to the director of the Super Bowl halftime show performance, because I was obsessed with all of the overhead shots. I was obsessed with all of the hidden camera angles, like looking through the sugarcane, and I was obsessed with the work ethic of Bad Bunny. He clearly rehearsed that so much because he landed it. He got in his mark and he nailed the eyesight. He sold it to the camera. It was epic. He was so well rehearsed. And I mean, hello, if you're going to agree to the Super Bowl, which, oh God, this is just my opinion. Some young kids might think I'm about to be messy. This is not me being messy. This is my opinion. If you're going to agree to do the Super Bowl or do Coachella, Justin Bieber, you better rehearse. You better rehearse and do a really good job. Don't show up at the Super Bowl or Coachella, Justin Bieber, and give a lazy, unrehearsed performance. The difference between the Super Bowl and Coachella, though, is you don't get paid for the Super Bowl. You do get paid for Coachella. And you're still going to get paid even if you do a half-assed performance. But I thought that Bad Bunny's performance was one of the best of all time. And this is also not messy. The kids might think it's messy. It's not messy. It's human nature to compare performances, okay? There have been Latinos that have headlined the Super Bowl halftime show before. Most recently, La Jennifer Lopez Ishaki, okay? That performance was very different than what Bad Bunny did. And I loved J-Lo and Shakira. My queen, the conga queen herself, mi reina Gloria Estefan, has performed at the Super Bowl halftime show twice, okay? But Bad Bunny really made it not just about him. He made it about the culture. And it's so beautiful because, God, I'm getting emotional again. Puerto Rico is an island, as is Cuba. And there are so many similarities between Cubans and Puerto Ricans. And also, like Cubans and Puerto Ricans, there's a lot of Cubans in Cuba, but there's probably more Cubans and Cuban Americans in Miami than there is in Cuba. And there's more Puerto Ricans and Boricuas in New York than there is in La Isla del Encanto in Puerto Rico. So seeing Bad Bunny literally bring Puerto Rico to the Bay Area in California and highlight the culture, and not just the culture, but highlight the people as well. I didn't know this when I made my initial recap video, but Bad Bunny even put like one of the street vendors in the halftime show is a real street vendor. This woman from New York who has the last Puerto Rican social club was in Bad Bunny's halftime show with her actual address shown. The attention to detail that Benito put, the respect, the reverence, the love. And it so saddens me that so many people viewed it as divisive when if you actually watch the performance, it was so beautiful and about togetherness, about love, about unity. It was about celebrating all of us. And he said, God bless America, and then shouted out all of these other countries because guess what? America existed before the United States. Let me repeat that. America existed before the United States. And all of the countries that Bad Bunny shouted out are a part of the Americas. North America, South America. And guess what? We're all human. We all can live together in peace. Ideally. And you know what? My lived experience, if you look at Miami, I was born and raised in Miami, the children of two immigrants. Cubans, God, I cannot even imagine what it was like in Miami when my family moved there in the early 60s. The Americans that were in Miami at the time probably hated the Cubans. They probably felt like a lot of the people feel now. They probably were afraid, oh, they're going to take all of our jobs and this and that. But if you look at Miami as a case study, The Cuban community lifted up Miami and made it better for everyone. They made it better for everyone. And I feel like that the same is true. And let me say one other thing that I did not say in my Bad Bunny recap video. Call me dumb, call me whatever. But I truly believe that thank you, Faith. Thank you, R2 Ponies. Send your daily heart me's. Keep tapping, share, repost. Thank you, Mary J. Thank you, Remy. I truly believe that having Bad Bunny perform at the Super Bowl halftime show was not a political statement. It's bigger than politics. It's a human statement. What I mean by that is there are many people on both the right and the left that agree on a lot of things. Many people on the right and the left agree that we need to fix our immigration system, that it is broken. Barack Obama and Joe Biden deported a bunch of people. They also agree on the right and the left that the way that Donald Trump is handling things now is not the best way. We can agree on that. Jesus. And Bad Bunny is American. Puerto Rico is a part of the United States. After the Super Bowl halftime show, the Apprentice alum took to his social media platform to share vomit of the mouth, and I don't even care. I'm not even going to repeat what he had to say. Somebody else who shared vomit of the mouth was Chris Brown. Did y'all see this? Chris Brown, after Bad Bunny performed at the Super Bowl halftime show, said, "I think it's safe to say they need me." No. Thankfully, it's safe to say that Rihanna's abusive ex-boyfriend will never headline the Super Bowl halftime show. Thankfully, it's safe to say that Karrueche Tran's allegedly abusive ex-boyfriend will never headline the Super Bowl halftime show. Thankfully, it's safe to say that Chris Brown, who was caught on surveillance footage beating someone over the head with a bottle at a club in London, will never perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. There's video, and that happened not that long ago. So, safe to say, Chris Brown, you're wrong. That's one of the things that drives me the craziest. I don't know if y'all have followed that, but the video has not been released. But if you haven't been following that legal drama that Chris Brown is in the UK, according to the prosecutor, I don't even know, is it called a prosecutor in the UK? The legal system in the UK is different. According to the judge, the prosecutor, I don't know, whatever, the DA in the UK, whatever it's called, the club had security camera footage of Chris Brown getting a liquor bottle, and hitting a man with a liquor bottle. And people still support Chris Brown. I'm sorry. In some cases, I can separate art from artist. Like, I'm the realest mofo there is, okay? I love Madonna. Madonna is my number one of all time. I accept the fact that she, according to people that I know that know her, is, a bitch. But I still love Madonna. But Madonna's not smashing people in the head with liquor bottles. Madonna's not beating her boyfriends. You know what I mean? I'm on one today. The UK prosecutor is called the Crown Attorney. Thank you, a virtual tourist. Also, if you didn't watch the game, and I did not, I just watched the Super Bowl halftime show. Kim Kardashian and global superstar athlete F1 driver Lewis Hamilton made their official public debut as a couple at the Super Bowl halftime show. I love it. They make sense to me. They're around the same age. He's hot. He is a snack. She's hot. They're both famous. They're both rich. The only problem, they don't live in the same country. Long distance relationships are tough, but long distance relationships where the other person is in another country, that's gonna be hard. And Kim has 4 young children. He's gonna be the one that's gonna have to put in extra effort. Yes, she's got her own jet, but she's also got 4 young children that are or should be the priority in her life. Is that true? Let me look. Did Lewis? I think it might have been a rumor. Did Lewis Hamilton date Kendall Jenner? No. According to what I just saw, Lewis Hamilton and Kendall Jenner did not officially date despite being romantically linked in 2015 after being spotted together in Monaco. Hamilton addressed the rumors at the time, confirming they were just friends. They were frequently seen together in a friendly capacity during that period. I think he was with Nicole Scherzinger during that time. Let me check. When did Lewis Hamilton date Nicole Scherzinger? Oh, they broke up in 2015. Maybe they dated. I mean, the Kardashians have shared men before. It's not like this would be the first time. All right. We still have Taylor Swift to talk about. We still have the Olympics to talk about and more. But unfortunately, I have to end my stream 2 ways. I have to end my stream now in the Talkie Tick, and I'm going to go live exclusively in the other place. So if you want, check me out in the other place. And in the other place, I have to switch it for everybody to members only now. Because I told you at the beginning, if you've still been watching, yes, Rachel, this place. I told you all at the beginning, yes, Jamie, that place. I told you all at the beginning that if you become a member in the other place, you get an exclusive video a day and an exclusive live stream every weekday. But tonight, I will go live back on the Talkie Tick, and I'll go live with other people, and we'll talk about streamers and all of that stuff. So maybe some of you will become members on the other place now. See you there. But if not, I'll see you all tonight if you want on the Talkie Tick at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight, 4 Pacific. Bye over here. See you guys there. And thank you so much to Vibrant Kimbra, Faith, Layla, Michelle, Heather, Tiffany, Jordan, Jill, R2 Ponies, Monique, and everyone else. Bye. Baby, tira más fotos. Okay, going live for members only in 3, 2, 1. All right. Wait. I'm having a brain fart, y'all. Did we talk about the new Taylor Swift music video on Friday? Had I seen it, or did we just talk about that she was doing it on Apple Music and Spotify? Did I give my thoughts on the video? Did anybody watch on Friday? I'm having a brain fart. Does anybody remember? Anyways, I guess I'll just talk about it briefly. Again, if I did. I really like the music video. Taylor wrote it and directed it. It's set in the early 90s. It's cute, kitschy, campy. It's about this infomercial. You buy the Opalite spray, you spray it on you. She helps you find love. Melissa, I originally got an 80s vibe also, but she went for 90s, specifically early 90s. So there was a little bit of an overlap. I loved that there was what was I gonna say? Shoot. Yeah, it was fun. I still love the art form of music videos. A lot of artists don't put as much money, thought, and care into music videos as Taylor does. So kudos to her. Also, the Olympics kicked off this weekend. Did anybody watch the opening ceremony or any of the games? J.D. Vance showed up, the Vice President of the United States, and he got booed. Okay. It's sad. It's sad that America, the United States, used to be revered, respected, and now we're a laughing stock. Let me show you. Did you guys see what that one Great Britain athlete did? Let me show you. Hold on. I gotta look it up. Hold on. It'll be quick. Oh, yes. An athlete from the UK, a great British skier, urinated in the snow and wrote F ice. It's hard to tell, but that's pee. This great British athlete peed in the snow, or there you can see it better, and he wrote F ice. He's not even American. He's from the UK. And he wrote F ice. We're the laughing stock and we're a global embarrassment. Debí tirar más fotos. Sad. And then our athletes have been asked about what's going on and they've given answers. And some of our athletes are being harassed for giving honest answers. Listen, I really hope that I create a space where everybody feels welcome. I invite everybody here, even if we don't agree on everything and even if we share completely different political beliefs. But I think there's some things that we should agree on. You should not be sending hate to athletes that disagree with you. It's America. It's the United States. We should be celebrating freedom of speech. And if you don't like what they're saying, make a video about it. But don't leave hate on their social media posts. If you want to leave hate on a post about it from a newspaper or whatever, but like, come on. One of the figure skaters, this girl, got death threats. She had to take a step away from social media. Crazy. Crazy times. Mariah Carey performed at the opening ceremony. And actually, even better than the performance was afterwards, she basically had to be carried away. Her team came and they all like held her and like basically carried her. I mean, they didn't literally, but they carried her out. Shannon, we talked about that earlier. I think she's dead. I think she's dead. Sadly. Also, poor Lindsey Vonn. Oh, all good, Shannon. I appreciate you showing up. Late is better than not at all. Thank you for being here. Lindsey Vonn, a week and a half or two ago, suffered an injury, the Olympic skier. She tore her ruptured her ACL, which is even more severe than a tear, and said that she was going to compete anyways at the Olympics. And then she crashed. She crashed over the weekend, and hopefully she didn't cause too much or permanent damage to her knee. Ay, ay, ay. Seriously, Shannon. I don't know if you guys follow this story or not, but country singer Kelsey, I was thinking of the first two names, Kelsey and Chase. Country singer Kelsey Ballerini and her boyfriend Chase Stokes have broken up again for the third time. Broken up for the third time. Hopefully this is the last. Girl, it's not worth it. He's not worth it. Also, I love this tea. If you missed it, Kaylee Cuoco was on Watch What Happens Live, and the topic of that Hollywood mommy group drama came up, and her response was everything. Kaylee Cuoco clearly knows all of the players, from Ashley Tisdale to Hilary Duff to Mandy Moore to Meghan Trainor. And this is what the Big Bang Theory alum, Kaylee Cuoco, had to say. Quote, I mean, if you don't like being part of a group, just leave, baby. I don't think we have to talk about it. Slick Nick, there's not really any new developments. I'm not one of those creators that just wants to keep regurgitating old things. Like, I respect the hustle, but I'm not just and it ends with us saga creator. I do a lot. if there's some big new news, I'll be covering it, of course. But I'm not going to go revisit this, reanalyze that, bring up old stuff. Like, there's plenty of people that are doing that. I don't need to be doing that. Like, I'm interested in the Nancy Guthrie story. I did a video on that yesterday. I'm interested in the Bad Bunny halftime show performance. I did a video on that yesterday. And I get why those other creators keep making videos even with old news, because they're making money doing it. But like, I'm also setting myself up for the future. I don't know, like those creators that are just doing Baldoni lively content, are their channels going to be able to survive if they don't already start to diversify? What is their new beat going to be? What other stories are they going to cover? You know, like, I'm glad that I cover a bunch of different things. Is there any, let me check. Is there any developments over there? Is there anything that I've missed? I don't think so. No, all good, Slick Nick. I just don't think I've missed anything. I covered the Great Unsealing. I did several videos on that. And that was like the last big thing. Did I miss anything? Yeah, there's the settlement talks, and then there's the judge ruling. The judge hasn't ruled yet on the motion for summary judgment and motion for judgment on the pleadings. So I'm going to obviously cover all of that. I guess you just missed that content. There hasn't really been anything worthy of sharing, in my opinion, for me. All good. But I'm not being silenced. There's no conspiracy, okay? Like I said, I did multiple videos on the Great Unsealing. I've still been doing videos. It's just a quieter phase of the trial or the litigation. Anyways, Kaylee Cuoco said, I mean, if you don't, back to the Hollywood mom group drama, I mean, if you don't like being part of a group, just leave, baby. I don't think we have to talk about it. You don't have to do that. What do you mean? You have everyone else talking about it, and today it's no. What are they talking about? What did I miss, Slick Nick? You're confusing me. What's everybody else talking about today? Was there some big development? I don't see that. I see everybody talking about the Super Bowl. That's what I did. What are the people in the Ends With Us saga talking about today? Oh, okay. Hey, me. Anyways, Kaylee Cuoco continued saying, you don't have to do that. Just leave. Find a new group. And there you have it. It's hot. The light, the coffee. All right, my friend, we did it. Another show. Look, I'm sweating. My pits. I'm giving you my all. Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, with more hot topics. And I love, literal me. And I think going live in the Talkie Tick has made me step my game up. I love it. Knowing that there are more eyeballs on me, it's like, I feel like I've elevated my game. Not that I thought it was good before, but I think I'm even better now. I'm into it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for liking and sharing this video. And if you watched until the end, say level up. Say level up in the comment section, because I think that's what I've done. Say level up in the comment section, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Level up.